It is crunch time. The deadline is tomorrow and the bug in your app refuses to cooperate. You are desperate. And then you find it. A Stack Overflow snippet that promises salvation. Without a second thought, you copy, paste, and voila, it works. You've saved the day. Or so you think. 3 weeks later, your app crashes, your boss is furious, and you're frantically googling error messages that might as well be ancient runes. Welcome to the curse of copy-paste code, a silent plague that infects projects, developers, and deadlines alike. Well, let's break down why this happens and more importantly, how you can stop it before it's too late. Copy-pasting code is the developer equivalent of putting duct tape on a leaking pipe. It might work for now, but you're one bad pull request away from a flood. The real curse lies not in the act itself, but in what it enables. Laziness, poor understanding, and worst of all, stagnation. Let's dive into some real-world disasters to see how this plays out. A developer at a fintech startup copied a function to calculate interest rates from an old project. Sounds harmless, right? Except the original function had a hard-coded interest rate. No one caught it. For months, every client, no matter their credit score, was charged the same interest. The result? Lawsuits, angry customers, and a CEO who needed to take some time to reflect. So, if you don't adapt the code to your specific use case, it will backfire. And do you remember that infamous PHP file upload vulnerability? In 2014, a snippet of PHP code for processing file uploads was copied across hundreds of web applications. Problem? It had a glaring security flaw that allowed attackers to upload malicious files. The result? A wave of data breaches across multiple platforms. Nobody thought to check the code. Everyone assumed if it works, it's fine. It wasn't fine. So, trust but verify. Copy-pasting without understanding is like building a house on a sand. It will crumble when it matters the most. Now, let's talk about what the curse really does to you. Picture this. A junior developer copy-pastes their way through 3 projects. They've learned nothing except maybe how to Google. One day they're faced with a unique problem. No Stack Overflow post, no GitHub gist, no pre-written solution exists, and they're stuck. Copy-pasting is easy, but it robs you of the opportunity to truly understand your craft. It's not just bad code that spreads, it's bad habits. And let's be real, the curse isn't entirely your fault. The world of coding encourages it. Why? Well, first, deadlines demand speed. Managers want results yesterday, and copy-pasting feels like the fastest way to deliver. And second, it's deceptively effective. If the snippet worked for someone else, it will work for me. Except you're not someone else and your app is not their app. And third, it's invisible until it's not. Copy-paste issues hide in plain sight until they blow up spectacularly. Now, how do we even avoid the curse? Well, first, understand the code, simple as that. Before you paste, take a moment to dissect what the code is actually doing. Say you're copying a regex to validate emails. Do you know what it matches? If not, you might accidentally allow this through. That's not validation. It's chaos. Second, write reusable code instead. Instead of pasting the same API call function 10 times with minor differences, write one reusable function with parameters. And congratulations, you just save future you from a debugging meltdown. Third, use tools to catch issues. Static analysis tools like SonarQube or linters can detect duplicate code and bad practices. Think of them as digital bouncers that stop sketchy code from entering your project. And lastly, embrace learning. Next time you're tempted to Control-C, ask yourself, do I really understand what this code does? And if the answer is no, use it as an opportunity to learn. And here's the thing, the curse of copy-paste code isn't just about bugs, crashes, or spaghetti code bases. It's about what it does to you as a developer. Every time you copy without understanding, you're cheating yourself out of growth. Over time, this leads to stagnation, a point where you're no longer learning, no longer improving, and no longer solving problems on your own. The irony? Copy-pasting is supposed to save time, but in the long run, it costs you everything. Your skills, your confidence, and your ability to handle real-world challenges. Copy-paste isn't inherently bad. It's a tool like any other. It's how you use it that determines whether you are a genius or a future Reddit post titled "Worst Code Base Ever." So next time you're tempted to Control-C your way to glory, remember the horror stories we've shared today. Copying code is fine, but blindly trusting it, that's how the curse gets you. Because in the end, the real magic isn't in the code you copy. It's in the code you understand. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.